Imagine a world where the humble bus ride takes on a whole new level of unpredictability. You're waiting for the bus, and when it finally pulls up, you notice something a little strange. The driver's seat is empty, but you can see a fluffy little feline perched at the wheel, eyes locked on the road ahead. Yep, in this alternate reality, buses are driven by cats. That's right, every bus, everywhere, is being operated by a team of furry, four-legged professionals. And let me tell you, this would change everything. So let's dive into how life would look in a world where cats are behind the wheel. First off, the immediate reactions would be pure chaos. The moment passengers board the bus and see a cat sitting there, they'd probably do a double take. Is that a cat driving the bus? If it is, you'd probably see a lot of people pulling out their phones to snap pictures of the driver, thinking they've witnessed the most adorable, yet strange, thing they'll ever see. People would be posting selfies with the bus driving cat, and social media would go wild. Hashtags like #CatDriver or #FelineTransport would trend, and the bus would likely become a local celebrity, drawing crowds of curious onlookers. But let's not get too distracted by the cuteness. There's a bigger issue here. Can cats even drive? Well, the short answer is no, but in this reality, it somehow works. So how would these feline drivers actually operate the bus? Well, we'd probably see a lot of chaos at first. The buses would probably move in fits and starts, as the cats would be way more interested in chasing shadows or trying to nap than in actually focusing on the road. Picture a bus going off course because the driver suddenly decided it was time to bat at the window or take a nap in the middle of the route. Passengers might find themselves on a 45-minute ride that should have taken 15 minutes. The cat driver casually ignoring all the stop signs because it's too busy licking its paw. Honestly, it would be a miracle if anyone made it to their destination on time. And forget about staying on schedule. Oh, the bus is 30 minutes late? Must be because Fluffy decided to nap in the middle of the road again. But let's not be too hard on our furry chauffeurs. Cats are surprisingly clever. They know how to manipulate their surroundings. We might see cats driving the buses in their own special way, cruising through traffic with the grace and stealth of a ninja. Of course, there's always the risk of them being distracted by something shiny or a bird outside the window, leading to random detours or an unexpected stop in the middle of nowhere. You might have to hold your breath for that moment when the bus pulls over to stare intently at a piece of string on the ground for 15 minutes. It's a cat thing, and we'll just have to accept it. Now, let's talk about safety. The entire world of transportation would need to rethink its safety regulations. Would there be special cat-sized seatbelts for passengers, or would we have to learn how to brace ourselves while a cat casually ignores the traffic signals? More importantly, what would a cat bus driver's license even look like? Would the cats have to pass some kind of driving test, or would they just be given the keys based on their natural instinct? Could you imagine a DMV for cats? The idea of a cat sitting behind the wheel, surrounded by driving textbooks and paw prints, would be hilarious in itself. Some experts might claim that the more laid-back nature of cats would lead to fewer accidents, while others might argue that this new method of driving would lead to a spike in fender benders, as cats swat at passing vehicles or climb into the passenger seat mid-route. As for passengers, well, life on the bus would get a lot more unpredictable. Forget about polite bus etiquette. Things are about to get a lot more chaotic. For starters, people would have to adjust to a new kind of ride. Cats, being the curious creatures they are, might stop mid-journey just to look out the window, causing delays as everyone waits for the cat to finish its sightseeing. Passengers might also have to fend off the occasional paw trying to reach for their snacks, or prepare for an unexpected paw swipe at their belongings. "Excuse me, your cat just knocked over my coffee," would quickly become a common complaint. And if you're sitting near the driver, good luck keeping your lap free of fur. Cats will likely want to climb into the front seat and demand attention from time to time, which could lead to some pretty awkward bus rides. And let's talk about the bus schedules. They would never be the same again. Imagine waiting at the bus stop, and when the bus finally arrives, the cat driver looks at you as if it's just remembered something important. It might suddenly decide that it's time for a snack break or a stroll around the block before moving on. You'd have no idea when your ride would show up. Some buses might run like clockwork, while others would arrive at completely random times, thanks to the capricious nature of cats. There might even be an Adopt a Bus cat program, where passengers could sponsor a particular cat driver and ensure that their favorite feline has the best food and toys on their route. It'd be an entire new level of cat fandom, and buses might become a big attraction for people who just want to ride with their favorite cat drivers. On the flip side, there would definitely be a rise in traffic chaos. Cats are terrible at following rules, right? They would probably ignore lane markings, swerve between traffic, and go over curbs just to avoid something that caught their eye. People would have to learn how to anticipate the behavior of these unpredictable feline drivers. Maybe crossing guards and traffic officers would have to carry bags of catnip to keep the cats focused during rush hour, or install little treats along the roads to guide them into a more orderly driving pattern. Traffic lights might even have to be reprogrammed to include pause moments, giving the cats time to pounce or stare at a bird before continuing their journey. But in the end, the world would eventually adapt to this furry new reality. People might grow to love their cat-driven bus rides, as bizarre as it sounds. You'd learn to roll with the randomness and embrace the fun of it all. Sure, it'd be a mess at times, but it would be an oddly charming mess. A world with cat drivers would be a world full of surprise and wonder. You'd never know when your cat bus would show up, but you could count on it being an adventure every single time. So, the next time you're running late, just remember, it might not be the bus's fault. It might just be that the cat driver got distracted by a butterfly. What do you think? Would you enjoy taking a bus driven by cats? Or would you be pulling your hair out by the end of your ride? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more wild what-if scenarios here at What If Factory. Until next time, may your bus rides be perfectly smooth or not.